Prophet Prophet Ron Dwayne Whitfield recording in the United States on Thursday, 12 December 2019. This is a follow-up to a video that I posted on yesterday, as well as created and posted. Okay, it'll be short. Okay, I'll read it. 971, sufficiency of articles of impeachment, generally JM, Department of Justice, Markley, 346 F2D, page 230, 232, 7th Circuit Court of Appeals, en banc. Okay, I want to read what that says, but Congress and the House of Representatives, you know why I stated it, and the public is well advised to go read that, so that you'll know how your tax dollars are about to be wasted. Okay, now Jones versus State, which is a case decided that came before the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals, reported at volume 711, Southwest 2D, beginning at page 634. We find that quote, we find that the Court of Appeals, here, the House of Representatives, has confused two distinct issues, that of the sufficiency of the articles of impeachment or indictment to allege a crime, and the sufficiency of the evidence to show that crimes was committed by the President, Mr. Donald John Trump. The averments in an article of impeachment or in an indictment that an accused Donald John Trump or President Donald John Trump has committed a crime is sufficient to, in italics, charge the commission of a crime. However, that does not mean that such an averment is self-proving. Scott versus State, volume 553, Southwest 2D, page 361, Texas Court of Criminal Appeals, 1977, the year that Elvis died. It is a mere pleading. These so-called articles of impeachment, synonymous with indictment, is a mere pleading. And it is axiomatic that a pleading is never self-proving. To hold otherwise would render the House of Representatives' burden of proof meaningless. In this case, people, do I need to read this again? Well, listen. They are the House of Representatives, the Speaker of the House, Adam Schiff, Jerry Nadler, and all the other gangs of Democrats demonstrating to the world that they are very foolish. And this is scary because they are in positions of power. And whoever their, I don't know what word President Trump would use, that the lobbyists whoever controls them is very desperate right now. And they are desperate, so there must obviously be pressure upon them. Now, having said that, to go get Trump. But they are starting off with not even alleging a crime. So you're telling the American people that President Trump has committed a crime called obstruction of Congress. There's no such crime. So we'll assume that you mean obstruction of justice. So if you are, when you draft your articles of impeachment, and when you vote on them, and if you do have a majority of representatives gonna risk their career, this election or their seat, to vote on it in these swing states, and so y'all go forward with this, and y'all get the votes that you need. The first problem that you're gonna have that I can see is the Senate moving off the bat to dismiss, because there's no such crime known as obstruction of Congress. Well, then that's what you need to see. The accused has the right to be informed of the nature of the offense, so he can or she can formulate a defense. And right now, because there's no such crime, there's nothing for the president to do. So it's gonna take time and make you all state the proper, what they call a proper charge. So I'm thinking a little more clearly today. So you have to tell the president of the United States and the public, give them a proper charge. As known, you can't make up a crime. You have to define a crime that's already on the books. So if you're saying obstruction of justice, okay, then you have the burden of alleging in your articles of impeachment elements such as who, what, when, where, why, and how. So now, with that in mind, we find that the Court of Appeals here, the House of Representatives, has confused two distinct issues: that of the sufficiency of the articles of impeachment to allege a crime. Element: who? Donald John Trump did what? On or heretofore or on about September or July 25th, 2019, while acting as president, while in his role of president of the United States, abused his powers. In what way? How? Lay it out in the indictment. You don't have to just lay it out. You don't have to support it with facts. It is enough. You have to charge a crime for obstruction of justice, and obstruction. So you allege obstruction of Congress, and what was the other one? Obstruction of Congress and abuse of power. There's no such crime known as abuse of power. So you need to let us know so the world can go and look at what the elements require that you have to prove. Because you're dealing with the Chief Justice is going to be sitting there. You think this man, he's very familiar with this. He knows. So when the senators, however that works, I haven't studied that, present a motion to dismiss, saying that the articles of impeachment do not give proper notice, or it does not allege an offense. This is President Trump's attorney preventing the president from. He has. I wish I had my other phone. The accused has the right to be informed of the nature of the accusations of abuse of power. So he goes to do his research and to prepare his defense, and can't even get started because he doesn't know what the hell abuse of power. He doesn't know where to go find the law, and because he might, well, I did do that, so let me go ahead and resign or whatever. But right now he doesn't even know where to begin. He has to assume that Congress means this. That's not how that works.